Hello, this is Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a beautiful day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your comments, and thank you for your thumbs up. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. And today we're talking about Black women and Black men married to white women. The reason I'm addressing this is because of the manosphere again. Every other day or so, I see a video about a Black man making a video about Black men, athletes usually, that are married to white women. So I just want to address this because, first of all, those athletes have a right to marry whoever they want to. Just like Black women have a right to marry who they want to. A lot of people these days don't want to get married and they don't want children. They want to travel. They want to live the soft life. They want to live like they want to live. And it is the Black man correctly states that Black women don't really want anybody to tell them what to do. Black women don't necessarily buy into the manosphere's idea of wholesale submissiveness. You have to have a submissive personality with the person that you want to be married to, but you're not submissive just because you're a woman. You're submissive because you want to be. I don't think Black women reject submissiveness, they reject one sided submission. Healthy Black marriages are built on mutual submission, not dominance. And that's the part the manosphere will never admit because it destroys their entire narrative. So let me break it down because most of those men in the so called manosphere are not married to anybody. I just wanted to make that point. So in this video, I want to talk about Black women and Black men who marry white women because that's a big talking point with some of these unmarried Black men and maybe some married ones. But I just want to make a point. Number one, Black men and Black women are not sending messages to each other. We're not competing. These men can marry anybody they want to marry. We don't have anything to prove. People are simply choosing the person who fits into their life. But online, especially in the manosphere, these marriages get turned into weapons, usually aimed at Black women. So today, I want to bring clarity to a conversation that's been twisted for clicks. So the message that's being sent is that Black, and it's usually athletes that are married to white women, are proof that Black women are undesirable or losing. And I'm here to tell you that interpretation is false. It's not rooted in data, reality, or lived experience. It's rooted in projection and misunderstanding. So let's talk about the athletes because they do it the most. Athletes, Black athletes, marry out more than the average Black man. Athletes are not the average Black man. Their lives are shaped by elite sports pipelines, majority white environments, constant travel, PR teams, and controlled social circles. They meet partners in spaces they're placed in, not because they're rejecting Black women. Sometimes it's because they prefer white women, and they should have their preference. But mostly it's because their world is curated around them. Those white women are put in their spaces because that makes them easier to manage. Now, I want to make the point. Some Black men prefer white women, and that is their right. And Black women have to stop whining about these men because they don't want them anyway. Oprah Winfrey said way back in the day when Michael Jordan was playing with the Chicago Bulls and she had them on her show, that was one of the years that they had won the NBA championship. And the next day, Oprah came on her show and said, "Don't be calling and writing me, asking me to introduce you to those guys because you wouldn't want them if you had them. Those guys live an entirely different lifestyle that is not compatible with the average Black woman's nature. Black women are not sitting around waiting for athletes. Black women like to marry engineers, doctors, military men, entrepreneurs, educators, and men with stable, grounded careers. Black women's marriage pool is broader and more stable than the manosphere wants to admit. Black women are the most educated group of women in America. They are the fastest growing group of entrepreneurs. They're leaders in professional fields, including sports. The WNBA is coming on. Black women built that league. Now it takes Caitlin Clark and Paige, whatever her name is, and some of these white women to bring the eyeballs, to bring the advertisers and to bring the sponsors. But black women built that league. And when it comes to marriage, black women want long-term partnerships. They want stability, emotional maturity, shared values, and financial responsibility. Black women, for the most part, are not looking for fame or chaos. A lot of black women don't want a celebrity lifestyle. They want stability. So the idea that black women are losing because they're not married to athletes is absurd. And Billie Holiday, who was a black female singer from way back in the 40s and the 50s, said, God bless the child who has his own. Black women like to have their own money. Now, I'm not talking about the outliers. I'm talking about the average black woman. Some black women are married to athletes and they've been with these men since they were in high school. So it's not that black women don't like athletes. It's just that black women like a certain kind of athlete. All of the athletes are not the same. But if they are married to white women, they are married to who they want to be married to. They are right to marry who they want to marry. There's nothing wrong with that. Black women and white women are not in competition for these men. That's the point I'm trying to get across. If anything, black women want the black men who like black women. I asked my niece, who was in college, what do y'all think about the black guys dating the white girls? And she said, we don't want those guys. Most black men like black women, and most black women like black men. It's just that simple. So there isn't a competition. And if somebody decides that they want to go and marry a white person, that's their business and that's their right. That's not something for us to be mad at each other about. Now I want to talk about these men, the manosphere types, who use athletes as a prop. Most manosphere men, most of these men who are doing the talking, don't date interracially at high rates. They don't have proximity to white women. They don't have the lifestyle athletes have. They don't have the visibility athletes have. So they borrow athletes' lives as props. They use athletes as symbols, talking points, emotional leverage, and proof for arguments they can't support with their own experiences. Then because they don't have any experience with these white women, they're just talking what they think from a fantasy that they have. So it's not about athletes. These people are mad at black women and they want black women to pay, or they're trying to weaponize white women against black women because they think that black women feel the same way about white women that they feel about white men. And we don't. Athletes often look like the happiest black men, especially the ones in interracial marriages. But that's because their lives are curated, their images are managed, their relationships are public facing, and their partners often present a polished, supportive persona. But after retirement, after the cameras, and after the structure is gone, what happens? The real foundation of the marriage shows up. Some of them strive, but most of them don't. They struggle and fall apart, and none of that has anything to do with black women. So here's the bottom line. Interracial marriage is just marriage. It's not a scoreboard. It's not a competition. It's not a commentary on Black women. And grown people don't marry to make a point. They marry to build a life. So I'll end this video by saying that Black women are not losing. Black women are winning, especially when Black women operate from the idea that God bless the child who has his own. Black women need to have their own because there is not a shortage of Black men and there is not a shortage of Black men that like Black women. And I will end with that. Have a good day.